Welcome to Dosa Pizza. I'm Achappam. Roast cookies or Murukku, Achappam is all that what we're going to see today. This is a very favorite and a famous sweet during Christmas in the south of India, and it's really wonderful and a yummy sweet. If till now you have not tried this, then I think it's better you just have a taste of it. Try it right now. 1.5 cups of plain rice flour, half cup of corn flour, quarter cup of sugar, 200 ml or 1 glass of coconut milk, 1 teaspoon of condensed milk, 1 teaspoon of cardamom powder and a pinch of salt, water if required. Well, somebody who is going to be very important for these roast cookies or the Achappam Murukku is this cookie die. Look at this. It's beautifully looking like a rose or a flower, and it has a handle so that you can dip it in oil and remove it. And this is going to be the master of today's session, and this is available in plenty in India. And suppose we are outside and we don't get it, so what do we do now? Well, we have an idea. You get a lot of biscuit cutters here, and this is Christmas season, especially you get cookie cutters. So let's try it with the cookie cutter and tongue. Here I have dipped some cookie cutters in oil. And we are going to use them and try our roast cookies. Now, one important issue about this preparation of cookie is these dice are not going to straight away be usable. We have to train them or tame them according to our whims and fancies. So what we are going to do is we have to soak them in oil overnight, or even the previous day you can just keep soaking them or heating them in oil so they become used to if you're going to use a new one. Well, if you have a nice neighbor who has already been doing this, then do not very hesitate to go and get it from them, because that is a very used dye and that will serve the purpose. Nothing to worry about. Otherwise, just leave it in oil overnight. Heat the oil, remove the dye, dip it in batter, and then again put it in oil. Maybe 1 or 2 you will not get it properly. They might not have the right shape. And as you keep doing it, they will get tamed, and then you will have your roast cookies in proper shape. So first take this 200 ml of coconut milk and pour it to the mixing vessel. I would like to tell one thing. I have used this tinned coconut milk. Depends on the milk you are using. If you are going to use fresh milk, it should be thick milk. If you are using powdered coconut milk, then you will have to add water accordingly to make 1 glass of coconut milk. Add sugar to this. One spoon of condensed milk. A pinch of salt. Let the sugar and salt dissolve well in this. Now add the rice flour slowly to this. Add the corn flour. Now just add a little water. Lastly, add our flavoring agent, cardamom powder. Depends, if you like vanilla essence, you can use vanilla essence here. Now just watch the consistency. It's in a free flowing stage. It should not be very watery and it should not be very thick also. It should be little thinner than the dosa batter. So when you are adding water, be very careful, add slowly and check the consistency, because if it's going to be very thin, it will not come out properly. It's very thick also, they will be very soggy like. When you're trying this, be patiently, you'll have to add water in small quantities. Otherwise, if there is more water, then you will not get the murukkus properly. Then you will have to add some flour to balance it, and then the entire proportion will get disturbed. So just do it very slowly, step by step. Now let's go to the stove and start doing our murukkus. First, heat some oil in a pan, and what I have done is I have put all the molds in a separate bowl with some oil, and I am heating it side by side. Simultaneously I am heating it. You need a spoon, a fork and a tongue also if you are going to use the biscuit cutter or the cookie mold. And this fork will be required to sometimes remove it from the mold. This spoon, we'll have to now and then keep stirring this dough, otherwise the rice flour will get settled down, and again the consistency of the dough will change, so that batter will change, so that your murukkus might not come properly. So we need to keep stirring it once in 2 or 3 sets. You will have to keep stirring it like this. Remember, only if your molds are hot, they will stick to the batter and they will absorb some batter, and then they can be released in the oil here. So this is the basic procedure. Now I am taking the hot mold, I am dipping it in there. Let us not dip it completely. See, we have slowly left the mold. I am just showing one by one, but once you are getting used to it, you can keep on doing it simultaneously with a lot of murukkus here. Now this is enough. You can straight away remove it. It will look as though it is soggy, but once it cools down, they will become crispy and they will look nice. This oil should be in medium hot, so your murukkus are looking good and colorful. They get cooked very quickly. They will not be for a long time in the oil. So once they are slightly done, you can remove them. Look. Now let's look into the cookie cutter method. Take a tongue like this, and as I have put the mold, regular mold in oil, I have also put the cookie cutter molds into it. Now just remove one. It should be hot, the same conditions. Be very careful in handling. Do not hurt your hands. Drop it like that, and then again with the help of the tongue, just remove it. See, we have got it done. Take proper precautions while you are doing this method, because the regular mold will have the handle to it, so you need not worry about your hands getting hurt. Well, this does not have. This is what we are doing on our own, so please take precautions to not to get hurt. See, if they are hot, these molds also are very beautiful. Look, we have got our nice roast cookie in a heart shape. in the next flower shape. So dear friends, hope you enjoyed making these rose cookies or Murukku, Achappam, anything. And we have tried them differently with the cookie cutters. See, it will take some longer time for those cookie cutters to get used to it. So, but once you train them, you will get nice crispy rose cookies like this. And this is the original one. Can you hear? They are very crispy. They are sounding very crispy. I can hear the noise. So this is how they will look very soft when you are removing them from the oil, but they are actually very crispy. So we are going to make them more enjoyable and more lovable for the kids. We will just add some chocolate to it. So we will make our regular traditional rose cookies into chocolate cookies also. Let's look how we are going to do that. I melted some chocolates in the microwave and I've left it in a plate. We've got some cake decorations here. With this we are going to do the cookies. So dear friends, hope you enjoyed this session of making these rose cookies with a regular die and mold. And we have also tried a different way of doing it with biscuit cutters. Anyway, this is just if you feel like or if you want a change, you can do it. And dipping them again in the chocolate sauce and the cake decorations is absolutely optional. And if you wish to do it, otherwise also our rose cookies are very tasty and yummy. Remember, Dosa to pizza, always enhancing your taste buds. Dear friends, if you like this video, just press like and subscribe to Dosa to Pizza. Your printable recipes are available at www.dosatopizza.com. Thank you and bye bye.